Driscoll House? Speaking. Yes, of course I'll speak to her. It's the Aroa police. They've got Maxie. Maxine? It's Tony. What's happened?
I'm sorry to bother you, but... there was no one else I could turn to.
Bea, what are we gonna do?
Until they stop their noise, there's nothing I can do. Listen, look, as soon as the screws come back, we'll get you a doctor. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, Bea, but the last time I was at this stage, it only took half an hour.
What? Half an hour?
And give us some air.
Oh, help! Help!
Not too good. Don't worry, this noise can't go on indefinitely. As soon as the screws quieten them down, we'll get you some help.
The baby's not going to wait that long, believe me.
Speed. Don't panic if it comes to the crunch. We'll just deliver it ourselves.
Us deliver a baby?
We've both had kids of our own, haven't we?
No, but I couldn't see what was going on down there, could I?
Have you got any better ideas?
Well, can't we just cross the legs and walk around or something?
Oh, shut up, Margot. Don't you worry, Jenny. We'll manage.
Sure we will.
You're not going to let her have it in here, are you, Bea? Just shut your cake, old Margot.
Yeah, that little babe decides to be born. There's nothing going to stop it, so keep quiet. Help!
But it's making me sick.
Haven't you got any feelings? You've got to hide like a rhino. Help, Mrs. Ed!
Oh, Bea, I've got to bear down.
No, look, you can't be ready yet.
No, I can't stop it. I've got to.
Oh, no, you don't. Come on, Jenny, you pant for me. Come on, start panting.
Come on, Jenny.
Come on,
That's the ticket. It only lasts a minute. No, I've done this before.
It's revolting listening to her panting like an animal.
Go on, you'll have one yourself one of these days.
Never. You wouldn't catch me going through this.
I wouldn't catch you doing anything halfway human, would we? You keep bashing on that door until a screw comes. It's all the help you're good for.
Mrs. Morris!
Mrs. Morris! Help!
Let me pick up that panting for you.
If I thought a riot at Wentworth was frightening, but I'd hate to think what would happen if those men got loose.
Give me a dozen Frankie Doyles any day. Tame compared to this lot.
So I think Jeff knows what he's doing.
Well, the sooner things get back to normal, the better.
Normal is hardly a word I'd use in these surroundings. I think I'll have a coffee.
My God, Daniels.
G'day, Mrs. Powell. Mr. Morris.
Maxine, I thought we'd seen the last of you.
Yeah, well, your luck can't last forever now, can it?
Well, I don't know where we're going to put you. We're already overcrowded.
Yeah, well, do we have to go anywhere at all? Sounds like you've got a ride on your hands and, you know, Gil might get hurt.
And she can't hang around here. Lock her up with the others, Mrs. Morris.
See ya, mate.
God.
Help! Oh, I can't yell anymore. I'm getting hoarse.
Mrs. Powell! Mrs. Morris!
This sod's going to be prim, just like Elizabeth was. So? Well, if they hadn't have put her in a humidity crib, I would have lost her. We haven't got nothing like that here. What are we going to do?
First thing we have to do is stop crossing our bridges before we come to them. There's no point in worrying Jeannie.
It's coming! I can feel it!
Oh, grab the feet!
No use. They're making too much bloody racket. Well, you've got to keep trying. You don't got to do nothing.
Keep trying!
Okay. Help! Somebody help!
Bet I can quiet them down.
We don't need any more problems, thank you. Now, quiet, Daphne. There's enough noise going on without you joining in.
People know in the moment Stanton's having a baby.
I have no intention of opening this door and letting you all out to join in the riot.
Nobody's going anywhere except this baby, and it's in one hell of a hurry.
Stay here, Daniels.
She's wasting her time. The head's showing.
Thanks, Tiff. Mr. Carlson said everything is under control. They've singled out the ringleaders and they've...
Call an ambulance. Stanton's having a baby.
It's not due for another month.
Well, you better let them know that. I'm going to help.
Stop pushing.
I I'm pushing as hard as I bloody can.
Well, push harder.
It won't be long now.
That's good, Jenny. Good. Come on, keep going. That's the way. That's the way,
I've
love.
never seen a baby being born before.
Oh, it's revolting.
It's fantastic.
Come on, just one more push.
That's it. There we go.
Here we are. It's a boy.
Congratulations. He's a beautiful baby.
He's awfully early. Do you think he'll be all right?
Judging by those lungs, strong as an ox. Smith and Latham, that was good work.
I reckon he's a real lady killer now he's been cleaned up. Looked like a bit of a rat when he came out, but...
Well, I reckon it's a miracle and we ought to celebrate. What do you say, Mrs. M?
I reckon Mrs. M's in shock, what with me and the baby arriving on the same day.
Bit of nostalgia, eh? I remember you telling me you was born in a prison, wasn't you?
Yes, yes it was.
Well, I think it's time we got this little chap and his mum to a more comfortable spot.
Oh, you'll take good care of yourself and your babe, won't you, love?
Oh, well, Lizzie. Bea, I don't know how to thank you and Chrissy.
Forget it, love.
I want to name him after both of you.
Oh, don't go giving him girls' names. He'll grow up a boofter.
Okay.
I'm going to call him Christopher B. Stanton.
Christopher B. Stanton, oh, you little beauty.
Yes, all right. Come on, that's enough. We have to go.
So long, everyone.
Good luck, love.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Christopher.
Bye. See you, mate.
Very good, likey.
Oh, Christopher B. Stanton. Sounds okay, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, I reckon you both deserve it. You did better than a doctor any day.
I hate to interrupt, ladies, but there's a lot of clearing up to do. Gaffney and Daniels, come with me and we'll get some clean linen.
Well, at least there'll be a bit more room now that Jeannie's gone.
I'm sorry, Margot. Maxine will be moving in, taking Stanton's place. The rest of you can get ready for dinner.
Gee, home sweet home.
Ah, that's a good way to start the day. Do you want a coffee?
Yes, please.
Say Stanton's baby's doing really well.
Apparently. He weighed in at 3 kilos.
She must be very relieved.
Hi, Gavin.
Ah, Sergeant Farmer, hello.
Good morning. How are you settling in?
Well, we've been in easier situations. Do you know our Deputy Governor, Colleen Parr?
Oh, how do you do?
Sergeant Farmer's working on the Wentworth fire.
All right.
I'd like to talk to the women prisoners. Once I get all the statements, I can start piecing the whole episode together.
Well, I can't believe how the fire spread so quickly. There wasn't time to do anything. How could that happen?
Well, we're still waiting for the forensic report, but it seems that it started with an explosion in the storeroom.
In the storeroom?
There's several cartons of terps stored there, and there's a lot of electrical wiring in that room.
How could anybody be so careless? I mean, that's criminal.
That's what we'd like to know.
Well, I'm afraid it was me.
What?
Are you saying that you were the person responsible for storing an inflammable liquid so close to all that electrical work?
That's right. But it was only meant to be temporary.
Mrs. Powell, I'm sure I don't need to explain to you the implications of your admission.
No, Sergeant. No, you don't.
Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Yes, I was looking for...
Lydia. Oh, Mrs. Hudson, we were expecting you last night.
I know, dear. But Andy's father wasn't feeling the best. I set up with him and got the morning bus.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, Mrs. Hudson, this is Judy Bryant.
Hello, Mrs. Hudson. Nice to meet you. Paddy's told us quite a lot about you.
Oh, well, hear my side first before you make any opinions. You're going to go and see Andy today, I suppose?
Yes, I can't put it off any longer. He'll have to know about his dad.
Well, he already does, I'm afraid. One of your neighbours wrote to him.
Oh, dear.
He's pretty angry with all of us for keeping it from him.
Oh, that'd be Ida Stevens. She doesn't mean any harm.
Look, I'll phone Woodridge and find out when we can see him.
Why don't you have a seat?
Oh, thank you, dear.
Would you like me to get you a coffee?
No, thanks. You know, I wish Andy had met Paddy before he got into this trouble. such a lovely, thoughtful girl.
She certainly is.
Well, with his dad being sick and all, we really need him home. He's not a bad boy, really. If only he could be released from that dreadful place.
Andy's been beaten up. He's in the hospital.
Oh, dear Lord, no.
I think we'd better get over there straight away.
Now remember, no matter what they ask, you don't know anything about the fire. Okay?
Yeah, but
Supposing nothing. Cops can't prove a thing as long as we stick to our story, and anyone who opens their mouth will get sewn into one of those lousy mailbags and dropped into the bay.
Yeah, well, don't worry, Bea. I'll just pretend I'm Mutt and Jeff.
God, these bloody needles are not strong enough.
Oh, it's a stinking job anyway, Lizzie.
Yeah, well, serves you right for getting caught. You should have more sense.
Oh, fair go. There were 20 or 30 cops after me.
Never.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Took that many to bring me in. Flattened about 10 of them.
Oh, you're a rotten little horror.
Gaffney, you're next. Then you, Latham. Lizzie, you've got a visitor. I'll be back to get you soon.
I'll hang on to this. You, may be needing it.
This is Gaffney.
Ah, hello, Gaffney. Sit down. I'm Detective Sergeant Farmer.
You're wasting your time. I don't know nothing about it. I was in the loo when it started.
Oh, and I suppose you don't know nothing about where it started either?
Well, I wasn't in the loo, that's for sure.
And what happened when you left the loo?
I seen Mrs. Morris taking some of the other women out, so I joined her.
Yes, Gaffney was with us when we left the building.
Oh, well, there you are then. You don't like Officer Ferguson, do you, Gaffney?
Who does?
No one, apparently. With good reason, I suppose. Is that why you joined in the plot to attack her?
Plot? What plot?
Oh, then you don't know about the plot.
That's right.
Ah. And you don't know where the fire started?
That's right.
Right.
Unless...
Yes.
Unless a girl guide went berserk with a couple of twigs.
That's very good, Gaffney. All right, thank you. You can take her back now.
Ah, Mrs. Pearl. Hope you got good reason for dragging me all the way up here. Department's up to its neck in this damn fire business, you know.
Yes, well, I'm afraid I'm going to make matters worse. I suppose I better come straight to the point.
Yes, I suppose you'd better.
The fire. The police think it started when some Terps exploded in the storeroom.
Yes?
I put the Terps in there.
You realise what you're saying, woman? Do you know what your negligence could do to the department?
If there's anything I can do to...
No, just a minute. There must be some way out of this. Are the police sure that's where the fire started?
Well, they're waiting on the forensic reports to confirm it. I don't see what difference it'll make. Certainly won't bring back Trap and Fields.
It'll make all the difference in the world. If it can be proved that the women themselves were at fault, then the department will have no...
Department? My God, it's always the bloody department. 2 women are dead. You couldn't care less as long as the department gets off the hook.
Don't put that little outburst down to your overwrought condition, Mrs. Pearl. The department must be cleared of all blame. If we can clear the deputy governor at the same time, so much the better. If not, we would have to regretfully accept your resignation.
Well, you wouldn't believe how many strings I had to pull to get in here. Didn't want you to think I forgot you, though.
Well, of course not. I know we're old mates. Anyway, I knew they wouldn't let you in the hospital.
No, well, it wasn't for lack of trying. I think short of breaking my own leg, I would have never got past those watchdogs at the desk.
Well, I went as often as I could. Lizzie knew you all thinking about it.
Mrs. N, she came very often. Anyway, I was so crook, I wouldn't even have known if Florence Nightingale had been there.
Well, you look fine now, love. I suppose Bees filled you in on the fire. It was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah. Poor little mouse. And Barbie. If they hadn't gone to
Lizzie.
Davo's off... Sorry, Mrs. M.
How's everything at the halfway house?
Oh, okay, I guess. We've had a few hassles. I'm getting to be really great in a crisis. Pity about Maxine, though.
Yes, I was very disappointed to see her back.
She got back in here just in time for the baby.
What baby?
Stanton had a baby boy last night.
Are you kidding? I guess that's the first baby ever born in a men's prison, huh?
Well, both mother and son are doing very well in the hospital now.
Speaking of babies, guess who's going to be a grandma?
Your Laurie's pregnant. Oh, what do you know?
Wonderful. How long?
Oh, pretty soon, I think.
Oh, soon? Well, why didn't you tell us before?
Well, I didn't know. I mean, it just came out of the blue.
Oh, from memory, that's not how it usually happens.
Don't be silly. I mean, I just found out. I think Laurie was trying to have a baby for a long time. You know, she had a miscarriage last year. But I probably didn't want to tell anybody until they were really sure, you know.
She's all right now.
Yeah, Jeff says she's positively glowing. And they're past the danger stage, so it should be just plain sailing.
Oh, wait till I tell Bea. Just imagine our Jude and Grandma.
I guess I'll have to hand out cigars on the big day, huh? I'll tell you one thing, though. I wasn't much good to Laurie when she was a kid. I'm going to make it up to this one.
This is Detective Sergeant Farmer, Mr. Douglas.
Farmer, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Douglas?
Yes, this damn fire business must be having you chaps on the hop, eh?
Well, we have made a breakthrough.
Oh, yes, the turfs. Most regrettable.
I'm afraid that Mrs. Powell has confessed that she was involved, sir.
Oh, confessed? Oh, come now, Sergeant. It's a little too strong for such a little, well, indiscretion.
I hardly think I described 2 deaths as a little indiscretion.
Yes, but involving Mrs. Pearl, I mean, it won't change the outcome, will it?
Mr. Douglas, please.
Mrs. Pearl is a fine, fine officer. I can see no good purpose in smearing her good name. Now, wouldn't you agree?
Mr. Douglas, are you suggesting that I suppress evidence?
Oh, suppress evidence? Good Lord, no. No, but I'm sure the minister would accept my recommendations for your, shall we say, advancement within the force.
Mr. Douglas, we're talking about manslaughter.
We're talking about the department's good name, Sergeant, and 2 careers, yours and Mrs. Powell's.
Is that a threat, sir?
Oh, I didn't quite see it that way, no.
Sergeant Farmer, it's for you.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me, Mr. Douglas. Hello, Farmer speaking.
Perhaps I should just resign.
And leave us under a cloud? No. No, I'm sure Farmer will listen to reason. If not, I'm sure he has superiors who can be persuaded to see our point of view.
Right, thank you. Well, according to the forensic report, the fire was started by a fire bomb, not an electrical fault.
Then it wasn't the Terps.
Not directly, no. It doesn't alter the fact that it should never have been stored there, but under the circumstances, we can't hold you solely at fault.
Well, Farmer, I'm glad you see it my way.
This has nothing to do with your way, Mr. Douglas. I deal in facts. Fact 1, the fire was deliberately lit. Fact 2, somebody is guilty of murder.
First customer of the day.
I'm afraid not. Inspector Nichols of the Health Department.
The Health Department? Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Nichols, but you're a couple of weeks too late. Your boys checked this place over with a fine-tooth comb before we got our permit.
Yes, I have that on record, but in fact, a complaint has been laid.
A complaint? You're kidding. I mean, who by?
Well, I can't name names, of course, but I will have to check out the whole building.
Well, all right, help yourself, but you're wasting your time.
Thank you.
Trouble? No. Just the council's way of using up all of their energy so they don't strangle themselves in red tape.
I'll check that, please. Thank you.
You shouldn't have come here. I didn't want anyone to see me looking like this.
I had to see you, dear. To explain about your dad.
You should have told me, Mum.
I didn't want to worry you, love.
Seems all right. You can give it to him.
It's a jumper, love.
Thanks, Mum. It's great. How's Dad?
Oh, he's coming along, love.
Are you sure you're all right?
Of course I am. Well, you mustn't worry. I'm managing fine.
I'll make it up to you, Mum. I promise I will. I'll pay you back for everything once I get home. It won't be long now.
I reckon he's on to something. He's just fishing. As long as we all keep our trap shut, they can't prove a thing.
Well, what about all those questions about the freak?
That isn't the story. I might have to cop an assault charge, but there's a damn sight bloody better than arson.
Well, I reckon this farmer's trying to pin a murder charge on us.
Oh, it's like a bleeding nightmare every time I think of Barbara and Mouse like that.
Will you shut up? It was an accident. No point blaming ourselves now. Hey, little Christopher B's coming on really well. Sharp reckons he'll only be in the humid crib for a couple of days.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad there's some good news. How's Jeannie? Oh, she's getting plenty of rest.
Yeah, well, at least she doesn't have to sew bloody mailbags. Come on, Lizzie, give me a hand.
All right, then, now keep your hair on. Good news about the baby, eh?
Yeah. What about my baby, though, B? If they get onto that fire business, it'll be years before I see her again.
Look, as long as no one says a word, they won't be able to pin it on any of us. Now, will you knock it off?
Well, do we pass muster?
Miss Bryant, there are 23 items here which are substandard and will need...
23? They can't be.
Let me see that list. What the hell is this exit signs, grease traps? All of this was checked and approved before we even got our license.
Yes, well, I wouldn't worry too much, Miss Bryant. You've got 7 days to make the corrections. Morning.
7 days? Hell, it'll take 7 bloody years before I get any money for this. Oh, I'd like to get my hand on the person that dobbed us in.
I bet I know who it is. It's Alan's father.
Mr. Jeffries? No, he was upset, but he
He's
wasn't...
mean and petty and he's trying to get back at me. Oh, I'm sorry, Judy. I brought you nothing but trouble.
Don't say that, Sarah. I mean, Mr. Jeffries probably had nothing to do with it.
Ha-ha, full house. Jackson Sevens. Thank you. Let's take a break. We'll get some sandwiches. Yeah.
I don't believe this. Door to the kitchen area, 3 centimeters too narrow. I mean, the nerve of that guy.
Well, that's just silly. How can they expect you to change the width of the door?
They can and they do. I rang the council after Nicholas left. They graciously consented to give me 3 more days.
Oh, but that's crazy. How are you going to widen the door without tearing the whole wall down?
Well, you can't, and even if you could, I mean, we couldn't afford it.
Oh, God. What happens if you tell him to get stuffed?
It'd be stupid.
What a mess. And what'd Tony say?
He doesn't know, love. He's over visiting Maxine in prison. I hope he can come up with a miracle. Oh, God, that's all we needed.
Miss Lawson, please.
It's me.
What can we do for you?
We're trying to locate Andrew Hudson. We understand you're a friend of his.
Yeah. He's in the hospital.
He broke out an hour or so ago.
Oh, the fool.
Well, what the hell did he do that for?
Do you know where he is?
No. He's pretty upset about his dad being ill.
They live in the country, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. His mum only just left to go back.
Well, seems like that's the most likely place for him to turn up then. But if you should happen to hear from him...
We'll let you know. Never rains but it pours, hey, honey?
They kept pushing him, Meg. Obviously, he couldn't take it anymore.
Oh, come on, Jeff. You're not to blame.
I wish I could believe that.
You and Colleen are a fine pair. I mean, you feel responsible for Andy, and she's upset about the fire. And neither of you are really to blame.
Maybe the job's getting to us, eh?
Well, if you really feel it is getting at you, maybe it's time to give it up.
You know, I've always fancied getting a little pub somewhere in the country. Do you reckon Colleen would run away with me and become a barmaid?
Well, you never know your luck. Oh, Tony?
Hi. How are you, Mr. Carlton?
Nice to see you again.
I was hoping to see Maxie.
Yes, of course. Sign in. I'm really disappointed about her. Thought she might have made it this time.
Yeah. It's my fault she's here. I just feel so guilty about it. What's the joke?
I'll explain on the way through. Come on.
Well, then what about your parents? There must be something I can do.
You can piss off and leave me alone.
Well, then let me get you a lawyer. Your legal position.
Legal position? Why don't you stop talking like a bloody social worker, Tony? You ought to know me better than that.
I'm beginning to think I don't know you at all. Why on earth do you go and get mixed up with Spud again?
Money. What do you think? Sick of scraping through on the dole. Yeah, what do you care?
I care?
Oh, yeah? Well, you got a bloody funny way of showing it.
I'm not talking about sex, Maxie. I mean caring for another human being. Okay, so I was a bastard, but why go and get yourself into this mess just to get back at me?
You're really up yourself, aren't you? You don't think I was on the level about you and me, do you? Because it was only a bit of a joke. So don't kid yourself. I got my reasons for what I'd done. And you're not one of them.
Yes? Yes? Right, got that. What else?
Hi. Haven't seen Meg around, have you?
Are you sure about
Took
that?
young Daniels down to the work area. Shouldn't be long.
Coffee. Great. Thanks a lot. Well, now we're getting somewhere. It seems our Molotov cocktail was made up on the second floor.
Well, how can you tell?
We matched fibres from the fuse with material recovered from one of the cells.
And you can tell which cell it came from?
Yes, cell 3, East Wing.
3. Gaffney and Stokes.
Ah, Stokes. I've got something down about Stokes. Yes, here it is. According to this, Mrs. O'Regan's statement puts Stokes in the kitchen at the time the fire broke out.
Which only leaves Gaffney. Oh, I might have known.
Ah, yes. Gaffney, the hard case I saw this morning. I think we'd better have another little chat. Without the other women knowing, if possible.
It'll be a pleasure.
Oh, that's the second bleeding nail I've broken on that sodding thing.
I wonder how Jeannie's getting on. Lying back there being waited on hand and foot.
Yeah, well, you'd want that kind of treatment too, wouldn't you, if you just had a baby?
No, thanks. Think I'll stick to sewing mail bags.
Gaffney, need someone for cleaning.
I'll do it, Mrs. Power. I did this for a lark.
I didn't ask for a volunteer. Come on, Gaffney.
Bloody typical, isn't it? No one gives a stuff about what we want round here.
Hey, Maxie, what did Tony have to say?
Nothing.
How is he, young fella, love? Do you have a nice visit?
Well, he's not worth knowing, Lizzie. I don't give a stuff about him.
Go on, it's written all over your face.
What?
That you're mad about him. That's what.
So what if I am? I've lost him now.
You don't want me to clean around here, do you?
Why not?
Well, it's all right with me. It's an easy walk down the men's division. Plenty of time for a quick feel-up.
You're disgusting.
Oh, gee, Mrs. Powell thought you'd do me a favour. What for?
Just get in.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, Gaffney. We've got some more talking to do.
I told you before, I don't know nothing.
Who asked you? I'm going to tell you what happened.
Please yourself, it's your party.
Yes, it is. And you'll cry if I want you to. Smith and Officer Ferguson had a sort of a feud going, right? Now, Smith wanted to have a go at Ferguson, only she needed a diversion to take the attention off herself, something like a fire. And that's where you came in.
Bull.
You fixed a firebomb and threw it in the storeroom, and then you got out with Mrs. Morris and the others.
You're off your head. Firebombs, plots, I don't know nothing. You can't prove I do.
That's where you're wrong, Gaffney. We have positive tests that prove the fuse from that bomb came from your cell, and we found dry cleaning fluid on your blankets, and that's all we need.
You're bluffing. I don't believe you.
That's your privilege, Gaffney, but we've got the evidence.
Okay. Maybe there was a bomb. Well, I don't know nothing about it.
Oh, really? Then who does?
Well, B got Chrissy to light the first fire. Why not the second?
No, won't wash. We've got the evidence from your cell.
But someone must have planted it there, honest. Look, I'm no bloody angel, but I don't go around burning me mates to death, and I'll be buggered if I'm going to take the rap for Smith and Latham. They're the ones you want.
Well, that wasn't a bad 10 minutes' work, was it?
No, not bad at all. Though I thought Gaffney'd be a tough nut to crack.
Once she was in the hot seat, I knew we wouldn't be able to shut her up.
Born troublemaker, that one.
Colleen, you haven't seen my... So you're the culprit.
Oh, I've done it again. Got a drawer full of these at home. Are you busy?
Well, I was just about to do my report in our little demonstration. Brooks and his friends are about to lose their privileges for a couple of weeks. Why? What's the problem?
Gaffney's just blown the lid off this fire business.
What, she's confessed?
Oh, no. As far as she's concerned, she's quite innocent, but she's dumped the whole lot right into Smith and Latham's laps.
The thing I can't believe, of course, is that Gaffney isn't in it up to her neck.
No, I'd like to be in her boots when the others find out she's lagged.
No. Well, there's no way of isolating her here.
Well, no one's going to find out. We're certainly not going to tell them, as long as it suits us.
You're going to put her back in with the others, are you?
Why not? Though it would be best if they saw her doing some cleaning. She's supposed to be doing that at the moment.
What about Smith and Latham?
I want to see them now.
Wish you'd sit down, Lizzie. You're carrying on as if you're going to be up your bum.
Well, I'm looking for some scraps or something to make a little prezi for Christopher B.
Oh, that's a nice thought, love, but you're not going to do much good around here.
Smith, Latham, come with us.
What for?
Never mind the questions. Move it.
I want to know where we're going.
Don't worry, love. Let's hear what a great job we did on Jeannie. Now we have to do brain transplants and all the screws.
Somebody's let the cat out of the bag and they're going to charge B. I know it.
Look, calm down, Lizzie. Look, B's not stupid. And as long as they stick to their stories, they'll be all right.
You shut up.
No talking.
Yes, sir.
Hey, B, where are you two going?
Tell us we'll both know.
Get on with it, Gaffney.
I'll see you later.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. Can I help you?
Can I see Patty, please?
Yeah, sure. Get her. Patty! Are you Andy? Are you out of your mind? Anyone can see you from here. Come inside, for God's sake.
Oh, thank God you're okay. Oh, but you shouldn't have come here.
I had to see you.
But it's too dangerous.
Yes, you're damn right it's too dangerous. Look, we got enough heat from the cops without them getting on our backs thinking we harbor escaped cons. Now, you got 10 minutes, and you'll have to leave.
What's going on? Is this cop playing funny buggers with me? I've been here over an hour.
40 minutes, to be precise. He's probably questioning Chrissy now.
He must enjoy betting his head against a brick wall. We told him this morning we don't know anything.
Come off it, B. That attack on Joan had your name written all over it.
She tried to kill me. All I was doing was defending myself. I was only interested in getting away from the fire.
And why did you light it?
Oh, I didn't.
Somebody did.
Well, I don't happen to know who somebody is.
Let's not kid each other. Nothing happens amongst those women that you don't authorise.
Bull. Anyway, let's see Farmer try and prove it. It's my word against the freaks.
Look, I've already told him everything I know.
Then you'll have to tell him again.
Well, why is it taking so long?
Oh, he's probably seeing Smith first. You'll just have to wait your turn. Well, I put Mrs. Barfield in to watch Latham. Look, I have to file a report for Douglas. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Fine, as long as Latham's got company, there's no hurry.
Yes, how did you go with Smith? Suppose she gave you a run for your money?
Oh, I haven't seen her yet. No, it's a little war of nerves. It's a funny thing, though, I don't feel a bit nervous. Do you?
No, Andy, you can't.
Look, just one last job, so as I can give Mum some money. She can't manage the way she's
But
going.
I'll catch you.
I'll make it an easy one, and this time I've got a mate to help me.
Oh, please.
So what the hell do you think you're doing? Either you give me that gun or you get out of here.
No way.
Andy, please, you're making things worse. It's not going to help your mum if you get yourself killed. Even if you get away with it, the police would never let her live on stolen money.
She's right, Andy. Please, give us the gun, love. Come on.
Don't move.
It's all right. Everything is under control.
Are you crazy? What the hell's he doing here?
Tony, please, just leave it, huh? Who is he? Now, look, it's not as though he's going to stay here. I couldn't very well throw the kid out in the streets, could I?
What's wrong with you? If the police find out he's been here, they'll bust us. Then bang goes everything we've worked for.
The police think he's in the country with his
How do
folks.
you
If
know
they
he's
thought
not
he was
gonna
in
go?
the place, they'd be crawling
How
right
do you
now,
know?
wouldn't it? I'm just trying to give the kid some time.
How can you take that kind of chance?
You're missing the point. I'm trying to help people here.
Yeah, people, Judy, not one guy. You're prepared to throw everyone to the wolves to help one miserable little thug. Yeah, well, not me.
Hello? I want to report the whereabouts of an escaped prisoner.
Look, don't mind him. He'll simmer down, huh? Now, Andy, listen to me, please. It's only a matter of time before the cops are here. Why don't you just give yourself up before someone gets hurt?
Oh, you're crazy. I took a bashing to put me in hospital so I could get out of that stinking hole. I'm not going back there to be kicked and beaten for years.
Why don't you simply stand up to them?
You don't know what you're talking about, lady. Forget it.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know. But I'm not going back.
I'll come with you.
No. You'd only get in the way.
Oh, Andy, please. I can't stay here not knowing where you are or whether you're even alive or dead.
Well, you must feel a really big man, huh? You don't mind trying to involve your mother in a robbery. And now you're going to drag a kid that really cares about you straight back into prison.
Oh, Judy!
I don't want to do that.
You're a coward, Andy. You can't stand up to the men in prison, but you don't mind standing behind a woman.
You're wrong. It's not like that.
Okay, then prove it. Give yourself up. Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Good boy.
Here goes everything.
What the hell?
Cops, 2 bloody cars.
Stupid.
Patty, wait!
No, Patty, no!
Where's Hudson? Round the back.
Oh, I hope you're proud of yourself. Do you realize that Andy was about to give himself up? He had his hand on the phone when you came charging in here like Dick Tracy.
How was I supposed to know that? I didn't think he'd have the guts.
Yeah, well, you don't think about anything, do you? When are you going to start trusting people?
No, Mum, go back.
No, I'm coming with you.
That's it.
Go! We're on to us.
All right, Hudson. It's over.
But you couldn't wait to do your civic duty, could you? Do you know that she'll probably end up back inside because of you? I mean, what sort of place do you think I'm running here?
No, what do you think it is? I mean, what are you trying to prove? You risk your bloody neck trying to keep these people out of jail when you'll probably end up back inside yourself in the process. Why?
If you'd been inside, you'd know why.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry I'm not a crim. Maybe you'd have been happier if I had a record instead of a degree.
Yeah, maybe I would have. Why don't you go? Just go, will you?
Well, Chrissy, Bee's been telling me a lot about you. You're full of surprises.
You must think I'm bloody balmy. Bee wouldn't tell you the time of day, so just save your breath, eh?
Oh, come on, Chrissy, why don't you come clean? We know all about the plot to get Ferguson and your little fire in the library.
Oh, no. This is a con job. Bee wouldn't...
Chrissy, I'm afraid she did. When the chips are down, everyone will do anything to save their own skins.
Bee wouldn't laugh.
Well, what do you expect, Chrissy? You went against her orders. You were supposed to light one fire, not two.
What?
She says she's not got a cop a murder rap for you, and I think she's right. It's your own fault, Chrissy. You're on your own.
But I only did what she told me. I only lit one fire. I couldn't get to the laundry, so I went to the library. But all we're talking about is a few lousy books.
Well, what about the firebomb?
What bloody firebomb? Look, I swear to you, I only did what Bee told me, nothing else.
All right, Chrissy. I'm afraid that's it.
Do you want to talk?
I guess we'd better. I'm sorry I lost my cool.
I'm sorry for being such a bloody idiot. And for what I said. At least I can take that back. Is there anything we can do for Andy and Paddy?
Well, Andy's an escapee and Paddy was caught helping him.
How long will she get?
3 months.
You were right. 2 years at uni didn't do me much good, did it?
I didn't mean that. All I meant was that you can't learn what I know out of books.
Yeah, no, I know.
Anyway, you're the one that gets the best results talking to the women. I guess we're both indispensable. We'll sort it out. We just have to talk it through, that's all.
It's not going to be as easy as that, Jude.
Yeah, well, I know that. You've made a mistake, that's all.
Yeah, and I don't muck around when I do I?
Well, you're not going to make it again, though, are you? I mean, you mustn't let one little thing bother you.
No, it's not just that. It's been coming for a while. First Maxie, and now this. Maybe Melissa was right.
No, Melissa was wrong. Look, Tony, I know you were very fond of her, and I was probably selfish wanting you to stay here.
Oh.
But would you really want to go to Sydney, live the life she wants you to lead, take a job she wants you to take?
I don't know. No, I really don't know. I'm going to have to take myself off somewhere and have a damn good think about what is right for me.
Oh, well, sure, that's okay, you know. Take a couple of weeks, that's fine.
That's not going to do it, Jude. I know it's not the best of times to resign, but I have to.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, what the hell, you know? I mean, we probably won't even have this place if Jeffries gets his way. When you leaving?
Oh, no time like the present.
Well, good luck, Tan, huh?
Yeah, thanks. For everything.
Come on. Keep in touch, will you?
very special lady.
Well, I don't reckon she told you anything. I think you're a bloody liar.
Well, how else would I know about your plot to get Ferguson or Latham's little fire in the library?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I don't see the point to all this, Bee. That bitch Ferguson is going to get you for assault. Bang goes your parole. You're in for life anyway. What have you got to lose?
I've got nothing to gain either.
Well, I don't know. You might have. I might be able to get you a bit of remission if you help us. Look, Latham says that she didn't light the big fire in the storeroom. Who did you get to do that?
What? Look, you lost me about 5 miles back. Okay. I got Chrissy to light a fire to keep the screws away while I got the freak, but that's it. If there was a second fire, I don't know who lit it.
All right, Bee, but they're going to find out eventually. And in the meantime, you'll be charged with arson and murder. So if I were you, I wouldn't make any plans for the next 50 years.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then.